Weekly hit to O'Neal Cruz. And you just see that one coming. He was just very casual, and nice job by Connor Joe to go up and get it.
Yeah, we talked to Rowdy Tellez earlier today about how hard O'Neal Cruz can throw the ball across the infield, and he certainly is aware of the power in that right arm. But you'll see right here, just kind of taking his time. See how his body was kind of drifting forward onto his front drop, and you end up pushing the ball up. Fortunate Connor Joe could go up and get it and had time to come down and find the bag.
Now Bo Bichette, .339 average this spring. And Marco Gonzalez. That was a much better start. 2 batters in. A couple of weak ground balls against this veteran lefty, who had a much better start against the Orioles.
This looks like a sinking fastball away from Bo Bichette. Kind of ran off the end of the bat. He was trying to go in. Went away. I wonder if Bo fell up inside and was looking in and then just kind of reacted. Baseball out over the.
A new Blue Jay and another ground ball. This time he can unload this throw, and he does, and much better. And boy, what an inning for Marco Gonzalez. 1, 2, 3. Bucks come to bat. 23. All schemes. There's a line drive. Boy, he's been doing that all spring. The exit velo, the top of the charts.
Yeah, he's been squaring the baseball up, like you said, all spring, Brownie. We talked to Andy Haynes about that a little bit, kind of catching the ball more out front. This one right here, kind of vintage Key Brian Hayes, really letting the ball get deep, travel into the hitting zone, and shooting it the other way. He squared that up. George Springer did
trying to process those emotions and holding it in. You can let it out. It's fine. But before that, you got in the car with that news. How did you find out and when?
Yeah, so Jeremy Blythe called me into the office for a meeting, and I was terrified. But it was Blythe, Shelton, and Charrington. Charrington was saying done like 120 innings the past couple of years, and it wouldn't be right for me to throw 200 innings, and I was just thinking in my head where it's like, oh, they're going to send me to AAA, like monitor my innings, whatever. Like a minute or two goes by, he looks over, she knew right away. So yeah, she was mad that I didn't call her as soon as I knew, but I'd rather have it this way.
Absolutely. Better to find out in person, right? Well, yesterday when we were talking, you were talking about the nerves of it all, and now today we're in this situation.
It is. It's a great story for so many reasons, Hannah. And boy, a couple of well-placed balls off the bats of Kevin Kiermaier and Cavan Biggio, going to turn both into triples. This one by Biggio comes with 2 outs. Kiermaier tucked one just inside the third base bag that rattled around for a triple.
Kiermaier just shot it down the line. This one a little bit more of a finesse, looked like a backup breaking ball there for Marco Gonzalez. And Biggio just shot it down the left field line, had some kind of spin on it. It looked like Sawinski had trouble with both of them here.
To center, Michael A. Taylor. A.J. strike first. Here's Henry Davis.
Yeah, that's right. Only the second time ever.
High pop on the infield. Biggio calls for it. Davis hitting an even 300 this spring with 4 home runs. Trying to get as many as
timing, and with Michael A. Taylor signing so late, you would think he would do that a couple of times just to see as many pitches as possible.
Looks like he's going to beat this out for a hit, and he will.
Take him any way we can get him. Looked like a fastball in off the hands, and he did a nice job of fighting off, just got enough of it to keep it fair, and then Michael A. Taylor can get down that line pretty well. Biggio didn't have much of a play at all. I see that kind of jammed him a little bit, but he does a great job first couple of steps out of the box.
Many Pittsburghers this spring, and these are knowledgeable Pirates fans, and some great storylines. Of course, Brian Hayes going to defend that Gold Glove over at third, hoping O'Neill Cruz has a strong.
No, he can hit. You got to find a way to get the bat in the lineup. But he's looked fantastic. So it's a good feeling for the Pirates pitchers to know you've got a defense behind you like that. Pitch to contact. You don't feel like you have to strike everybody out to be successful.
That's hugging the line. A little hesitation by Springer. Throw over and a pick by Connor Joe.
Brian plays this perfectly. Knows he's got to play around the bag. Notice he keeps a little bit of distance between the bag and where he's standing, just in case that ball hits the base. He can react a little bit. And Connor Joe on the other side of it does a nice job of picking it.
Hit hard into right center field by Bo Bichette. Nice play by Olivares. Strong throw and almost got him. Great job by the right fielder Edward Olivares.
Great job by Olivares out there, cutting that off, not letting it get past him.
Got to the Pirates and listened to the player development staff. This was a guy that they have always talked about in terms of aptitude and being a gamer. And even though he wasn't always the highest profile name on prospects list, coaches around him knew he had what it took to help this team win. Greg, how are you feeling about the way the infield looks to have shaped up this season with Jared Triolo potentially in that mix?
Well, I tell you, Hannah, as the Gold Glover Kevin Kiermaier tracks it down.
There's a great way to kind of tag to put on a guy like Jared Triolo. We saw it last year. He stepped in, filled in where he was needed. You know, didn't powder.
Two count on Connor Joe. Well,